Right, hello everyone, welcome back. War number 8, season 32, going up against S17A. This was kind of a chaotic war. A lot of fun though. Gonna go over all my mastery swaps. I ran pretty much just 2 builds, but I did swap in and out a lot. I think 4, maybe 5 times this war. I really hope that Kabam addresses the mastery rework this year that they said was coming in 2022. I have not seen any mention of it on the forums or anything, but I know that everyone's loving it, and I know that they made them free because of the Karina challenge and I think really battlegrounds. But man, I wish that they would just address it already. I'd like to see individual mastery point removal instead of a whole tree. Yeah, I'd like, free reruns would be nice, like respecking your entire, mastery tree or individual ones that you've already paid to unlock. Being able to run those for free would be great, but I understand why Kabam may not want to do that. But even if it's, not free, like, I think if you address the single point removal, that would, and it's not free, fine. You're at least allowed to, reallocate a single point, 2 points instead of, doing a whole tree to access, assassin or deep wounds or what have you. And loadouts, man, I really, really want to see loadouts. It's so time consuming and just prohibitive to just, swap from a suicide build to a non-suicide build or a full defensive build, a full utility build, what have you. I just hope that they really get to that. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope they get to that this year. But anyway, given that, they are free still currently, so we're all taking full advantage, I would hope. I had 6 fights this war, 6A, 6B, and then Domino on Footloose. The 6A fights, let's see, Immortal Hulk, followed by Chavez, and then that was 6A. Yeah, and 6B, Terrax, Apocalypse, Professor X, with Domino in the middle there. No minis, or no, true mini bosses, which was fine. Running low on some boosts, and that's just the way planning worked out. A lot of Nimrod action. I think She-Hulk took 1 fight, Mr. Fantastic 1 fight, and then the other 4 all Nimrod. But we're about to get into it here, and I'll go over each fight with you as we go. Let's see, banned attackers coming up. I think it was Quake. It's pretty much always Quake, even though she's a 5-star. It's like, it just hurts to ban a 5-star, but I get it, I do. We got Quake, Torch, Ghost. The usual suspects. Yep, running my usual team here. My first build, I went with an inequity build. I could have used the collar tech build for Immortal Hulk here, but I knew that I was going to go right into Chavez. And I didn't really need to reduce his combat power against iHulk, because there's just no threat of him going red or anything like that. So, and inequity also benefits Nimrod as well. So I did an equity build for him and then Chavez, and then I switched over to collar tech collar build for Domino. So yeah, like I said in a previous video, I've taken iHulk here with various champs. She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic once, She-Hulk a few times, but Nimrod, I mean, he really does make the most sense. Like, you don't have to necessarily alternate your basic combos like the node encourages because of the prowess. Because Nimrod, clears the prowess. With anyone else, you have to alternate those basic attacks, or else they build prowess, which it can be scary when they're throwing special attacks. But then you get prowess puncture, and the prowess puncture still activates here, but with all that armor, and you know, coupled with the ability to clear the prowess, Nimrod's just he's just a better he's a better attacker for this node. Yeah, it's just that simple. Like, anyone else can do it, but you end up taking you know, more damage on block than I'm comfortable with. So yeah, I switched to Nimrod and I just haven't looked back. I'm lucked out here with the assassin killing him and no regen immortality. And then I swap over to, I remove Dex this time. Had to remind myself like 20 times in my head. I think I flashed to it. You know, and I had to carefully place my pre-fights with Mr. Fantastic this time, because I knew I was taking one fight with him, but it wasn't till later. And I'm not doing the Power Snack Mini, which is normally where I ramp pre-fights for him. So I placed a Petrify here. You know, this fight goes so fast, I didn't need it, but I just wanted to be safe. Took Dexterity off, went back and forth, dueled her a bunch, went back and forth between Mr. Fantastic and She-Hulk. They can both handle this fight, you know, really well, but She-Hulk, I mean, I just think that, you know, she's got more going for her. For one, she's SIG 200. So right there, she gets, you know, straight, like almost 2K attack. I think it's 2K. Just straight out of the box against Mystics, which is huge. Already has built-in 25% combat power rate reduction natively against Mystics. So those two things, don't even need a pre-fight for it. Petrify on L2. I like her heavy. I like Mr. Fantastic's, but I like her heavy more because it's 2 hits and it tracks forward. It lunges forward more. You know, just entirely comfortable with her. So yeah, they can both handle that fight. I thought about using Mr. Fantastic to ramp charges, but She-Hulk, you know. And there was a small calculation of, you know, that's my only fight with She-Hulk. I take her, don't have to use pots because I'm only using her in that one fight. And then I have a fresh Mr. Fantastic for later. As you just saw, that was the Collar Tech build. He doesn't need willpower or any of the recovery mastery, salve, recovery, willpower, none of that. So I just put it all in greater vitality because that scales with the attack boost or the health boost, I'm pretty sure. I did lay a Petrify because that helps mitigate the kinetic, I'm pretty sure. So go ahead and bait out a special here. He can take so much punishment too. Doesn't matter. Just get the 10 charges and here we go. Pre-fight wears off. Doesn't matter. He is such a machine. And then, whoa. Oh, it's so satisfying. Flopping, just flops in the air. That's it. Just the tick end of that shock passive. Domino. She used to be so difficult there. But man, it's amazing. You have the right champs, and Nimrod's just, he's broken good. He's so good. I mean, not only is he just completely dominant against mutants, but it's like overkill. You know, his wake ups are so fast. He's on top of the opponent. You know, after you knock him down, he can wake up after a level 2. Not sure if he can wake up after a level 1. I think so. Definitely after a heavy. And it's so quick. His recovery is so quick from his heavy and his level 2 that he can dash in and he's on top of the opponent. Oftentimes, you have already committed your medium dash in before they even get up. It's insane. And then on top of that, you know, a 20-minute unstoppable. I mean, it's just ludicrous. Completely safe. Right here, I'm kind of scrambling because I'm trying to carry over this level 1 start just to maximize it, you know. All about efficiency. We get those boosts aplenty, but I also use them a lot, so. Yep, Domino dropped quickly, so I had time. Run to my mastery tree, respec into Inequity build for this fight. This is my Mr. Fantastic fight, and he works really well versus Terrax and some other champs with like passive aura type damage. So his rock aura, like the Siphon pre-fight, actually works to mitigate that, which is nice. So I only had 2 pre-fights here. I wanted 3. Didn't necessarily need combat power rate, but this is what I was talking about earlier when I had to calculate which pre-fights to use prior, because I didn't want to go into this fight with just 2. Definitely knew I wanted Siphon. You pretty much always want Petrify along with any of his other pre-fights, because eventually he's going to reverse the healing, and the Petrify alone already, you know, reduces that willpower healing and all that. So I went with Siphon and I went with Petrify, and this fight just went really, really well. I've taken him plenty of times with Mr. Fantastic. I mean, the ultimate counter is Cable, but Mr. Fantastic, he does great. I mean, he really does. Yep, whiff bait. Get that level 1 out. Go back to work. Bum, the boot. Rock shield. Taking almost no damage. I mean, I'm keeping my distance. He's immune to the shock from this, but it doesn't matter. Ooh, look at that. Close parry. Oh, we got the double punt kick. Double boot kick in the corner. I love trying for it. Missed it against Sigil last war. Yeah, I mean, I should probably, didn't matter. Could have thrown a level 1 there, try to get a couple extra pre-fights at the end. But level 2, and you know, that's it. Mr. Fantastic, Bendy Man. So now I swap back to the tech collar tech build. I think I show it, I may not, I don't remember. But yeah, collar tech build for the last 2 mutants. That minus 18% combat power. I've got pre-fights now. I think I put combat power rate here. Yep, here we go. Max Petrify. Max Petrify works really well for Mr. Fantastic, since his heavy is 1 single hit and it's within their entire stun duration. So you really do, it's minus 30% combat power rate on every one of those. Whereas, like, you know, other champs, She-Hulk, for example, one of her heavy hits gets that minus 30% combat power rate during the parry stun duration. But then the other hit is contacting after that wears off. So half the heavy is full combat power rate. Whereas Mr. Fantastic, the boot is entirely within that stun duration. So little things, but it's nice. And yep, so the disorient from the node, it's inflicted on you as Nimrod, but it doesn't matter because he is immune to ability accuracy reduction from mutants. And then we just throw this. That unstoppable. I mean, what can you do? You know, he's rushing in at you. Like, it doesn't matter. You have time to block, parry, keep attacking. I mean, it's just, Nimrod's so good. You know, he's just so good. I don't even care about Omega Sentinel. Like, I kind of wanted her at first, still do, but like I just put her on defense. I wouldn't use her. Nimrod, he's just so good and easy to use, to be honest. Clears prowess. Omega Sentinel is going to have to, like, I think it's going to be a little more, I don't want to say difficulty, but it's going to take a little more effort to remove prowess with her, I think. So you really don't even need to intercept here, because I mean you probably just kill him without it. But yeah, if you just land 1 intercept with a fully ramped protocol Nimrod, he dies. Channeling, and there it is. Boom. Quick war, easy war. Finished on the first night of war, so I didn't even have to worry about the next day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.